month. All right, I'm going to repeat myself. August is National Make a Will Month, and we've sold over 10,000 wills right here at QVC from Trust and Will. Now, today we have not only the tools that you need to get your will done, but we have it for you at a better price. A feature price that's just for us here at QVC and our QVC customers, $27.80 to get it home for the individual, or if you're doing it for a couple, you and a spouse, $199 or $39.80 over the next 5 months. Now, your item number is the 316684. This is all about preparing yourself, your assets, and your loved ones, because everyone over the age of 18 needs a will. It's one of the most important things ever. If you have a bank account, you need a will. If you have anything in, assets, you need a will. But here's the thing. It's peace of mind for your family, because it's not just about assets. It's about healthcare directives. It's about who's going to take care of my pets, who's going to take care of my children. Paige Volovich is here with us. Kirsten and I feel so strongly about this product, and we've sold over 10,000 of them here since we launched this about 2 months ago.
And I think that we've sold it out a couple of times. We're blessed to be able to continue to get it back in stock when we do, and at the same price. Price hasn't gone up even though it's been so popular, and on free shipping and handling. I would say even more important than all of the bank accounts and who does my stuff go to is you being able to put down for the people that you leave behind. Think of this as the service to the people that you leave behind, because I was one of those people 2 years ago when my mom died, and she didn't have much, and we still had my dad. What broke me the entire time after she died was, what did mom want? What did she want in her last days? How do I care for her? What did she want at her funeral? What color did she want? What kind of songs did she want? If she had something written down for me, it would have been the ultimate gift to her daughter, to those people who were left behind. So when Alberti says over the age of 18, if you have a bank account, I would say even those of you who are young, if you have anybody you love that you're leaving behind, you have to fill out a will.
Oh yeah, and Paige Volovich has been bringing this to us now for about 2 to 3 months, and we're so excited that we do have something this easy. It takes 20 minutes to do the will.
Unbelievable. I mean, Kirsten is like my favorite person to tell the story of the length it took, because 20 minutes.
I sat outside, my husband was up at work, I maybe texted him a couple of times, and I was like, cremated, right? Like that, we're still on that same page, right? And then the biggest question was like, which one of our children is in charge, of like the executor, like that one. But it took me, and I make decisions quick, 20 minutes in order to do it. And you can take more time if you want, but if you have a cell phone, you can do this.
In fact, I have my phone. Pat Dementri did hers on her phone.
Cell phone?
Yes, in a parking lot while she was waiting for her daughter to do her appointment. And the cool thing about it, and the reason why, it's fast, it's easy, it's completely safe, but it's a series of questions. They provide the question and you give the answer. And as you're going through these answers, it navigates you to the next one. So you're going to receive this redeemable voucher. You're going to plug that in and it goes right to wills. And you just start with the basics, your name, your date of birth, your address. The address is really a key component because this is a state-specific will. So that's been a very popular question. But then as you navigate through the system, you're going to designate and nominate a beneficiary, an executor, a power of attorney. You're even going to think about things like your final arrangements, if you wish. Your digital assets. Maybe you have a lot of social media. So where does that go? And at the end, what really is extraordinary, in just 20 minutes, you're going to get that digital copy. And then what Alberti has in his hands is you're going to have also the finalized copy. And we're going to show you that. That's so awesome because you can keep that yourself, but you can also, I know you both have shared a story, but you get to send this to other people and other loved ones so that there's a digital copy. So not in your safe deposit box.
So let me tell you what's going on. We have 2 different choices for you today. One is individual. Now, individual has been more popular. It's also more limited. So if you want it, these do sell out. We only have a certain amount that we can get from Trust and Will to give our customers a discount for. We only have 3,900 of those to go around in the individual. We've sold over 10,000 here at QVC. We have a few more than that in our couple estate planning program. Either way, for $27.80 on a credit card or $39.80, you can't get a will for a lower price than this. I went into Philly. I spent $500 to sit with a lawyer for 1 hour, and I walked out with no will and a ton of frustration. It was one of the worst experiences, and I was like, forget it. Because the first thing I asked him was, okay, well, when I finished with the will, like, how does it, like, who do you send it to? He was like, well, you'll have a copy and you'll be able to keep it somewhere in your house that's really safe. And I was like, yes, but if I'm dead, nobody will know where to find it, right?
Exactly, right.
With this, you can actually send links, not only to your executor, but to anybody that you'd like, right? That can have access to the will.
Smart, because to your point, when we were finished our will 14 years ago, we put it in a safe deposit box, which I thought was a good thing. I did not tell anyone. I did not share it with anyone. Who and where would they have gone to find this? It really would have been obsolete. 34% of American adults don't have one.
That's
Marty,
so bad.
Northern Nights, she'll tell you she just spent $1,500 for her will, and here's why. She said, oh, but I needed to do my power of attorney. That's included in there as well. So it's
the
unbelievably
only
affordable.
additional thing you have to do is you do have to get it notarized. There's no, you know, so you can have it, it's wonderful, but you do need to get it notarized. But that's super simple. Notaries will even come to your house these days, or you can go get it notarized. I just felt so great when it showed up in the mail. It was all just in this beautiful packaging. Just months before, my dad, they went on a big trip, and he sent me snail mail his will. That was like this and had chicken scratches, and it was like, it was nothing as organized and beautiful as this, and also online. So when I did mine, I sent a copy to my best friend who's an executor, as well as my father-in-law, who would be the second executor. So people have it without having to worry about, oh, what if there's a fire, or oh, where is it?
And Paige, you were telling us that if you already have a will that's out of date, right? Because I'm sure your life is very different today than it was 14 years ago.
Indeed.
You can actually update it with Trust and Will.
Yeah, it's awesome. So your trusted advisors and experts will tell you every 3 years.
3 years.
To update.
years.
Here's why. Our situations change. Maybe you got married, you bought a new house, you have a baby. Maybe the state you reside in, well, state laws change. So think about it every 3 years. And the cool thing is, the first year that you have this with Trust and Will, endless updates. So if you're like me, as I navigated through it, I took a little time to digest, and you can break it up in chunks. But maybe in 6 months you want to update it, you can do that as well.
You know, a lot of people think like, oh, I don't want to do that today, or I'll take care of that at some point. You know, be responsible, right? You know, take care of your loved ones, give them that peace of mind, make sure that, you know, you can nominate your power of attorney, specify your end of life wishes, your asset distribution, all that other stuff.
All the things.
Exactly the way you want.
What do you want for you? What do you know, what if you aren't cognizant in your last months? How do you want them to take care of you? What do you want after you die? Don't leave your daughter, like I was left, questioning and just with the heaviness and the burden of, am I doing right by mom? Because she didn't tell me what she wanted. And I will take what Alberti said one step forward of, you know, it's uncomfortable to think about death. I get it.
Yeah.
This was the easiest thoughts of death that I ever had. Sitting there, because it's so simple, it's so black and white, even the questions are happy. Oh, and oh, by the way, if you have questions, they are trained grief specialists on the other side to talk you through it, which I think is really, really important. But if you are putting it off because you don't want to admit that you're going to die, that is in your future, that's actually being selfish to the people you're leaving behind. And I know that sounds hard, and you're my friend, and I don't want to hurt you, but sometimes you have to understand that this isn't just about you. This is about your family members. It's about your brother, your sister, your mother, your aunt, your children, who are you're going to be in hopefully a much happier place. They're going to be in pain.
It's a relief.
Do it for them.
It's a relief. I think that once you do it,
you feel so much better.
You literally feel the weight lifted off your shoulders. We all know we're going to die one day. It's the beauty of life, right?
Yeah.
But why not prepare yourself, again, your assets and your loved ones for that day? And it takes 20 minutes to do it, and it's not expensive. The reason why a lot of people don't actually go to a lawyer and do a will is because they know it's going to be thousands of dollars, right? Here, it's $139 or just under $200 for 2 people. And that means that it's now affordable. It's simple. If you're not comfortable with the computer and all that stuff, just like Kirsten said, call them. They will walk you through it step by step. Look at all the things on the left, right? That right over here, what you cover with Trust and Will.
Well, it's really shocking. So it's not just that will. It's your HIPAA, your living will. Think about all those things that you have put off because you thought either I don't need it, I'm avoiding it, it's expensive, but a will is to decide your assets, your property, your possessions. Have you nominated a for your children, for your pets, your final arrangements. All of that in just 20 minutes. And like you said, it comes in this beautiful footprint for you to have for yourself, to share with your family.
I'll never forget what you said the first time that we presented this. You were like,
Yeah.
it becomes like this beautiful love note
It
for
does.
your family.
I love that.
Yes,
Right?
So true.
It's I cared about you this much
Yes.
that I decided to plan out my last days as well as what my hopes and dreams are for you.
Yeah.
There's nothing more beautiful than actually writing this story for your loved ones. Now today, remember, you get it here at QVC at a better price. You have our guarantee. This is not a stranger company. You're working through us by picking this up.
And
Trust
P.S.
and
and by
Will.
the way, it takes 20 minutes, maybe an hour
Yeah.
if you want to take a whole lot of time. You got 30 days.
Yeah.
You can go through the entire process and be like, I didn't like that. I'm going to return this. 30 days. When Alberti left frustrated from the lawyers.
I will
he's
tell
like-
you, the lawyer took my money.
Yeah.
The lawyer took the money, and it was funny because I even called my credit card company saying, I never got the will, No, I complained about it. It was really a bad
Did you?
situation. I got up and I walked out of his office.
Yeah.
And no chance,
Right.
right? I had to pay my $500. Here, you get it home for $200, you can do it for 2 people.
And you know what? Gift it. Gift
Yes.
it.
Oh, yes.
If your parents aren't watching, gift it to them. I will say this, if you have kids who are going away to college far from you, and I know you're scared as can be about that, or they're studying abroad, or they're going on a big trip, gift it to them. Have them fill this out so you know what they want.
You know, I told
as
you the
well.
story about Donna, my friend that I met in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
One time I walked into the store, she recognized me, and she was telling me she had a Sean's Hear My Soul Speak ring on. And I had mentioned to her, I was like, oh, I know that ring. And she said, I got it after my son died. And I was like, right, like right away. It was like my heart sank.
Yeah.
And she said, he was only 26 years old. She said, but I was so lucky because he was so smart and he was so prepared that he had a will that made me feel comfortable.
How beautiful.
And kind of at peace with that. And it was just like this earth-shattering thing that you hear, because nobody ever wants to hear that. But this actually truly is a beautiful story that you can write for somebody that you love. Today we have it for you at a better price. Try it out. Again, you have 30 days to do so. Over 10,000 people have picked this up in the last 3 months. If you want it in the individual, it's very, very popular. Fewer than 3,600 remain. If you want the couples, that's available as well. Today you get it home for just $27.80 or $39.80.
Thank you, friends.
Paige
Thank
Volovich,
you,
we love you,
guys.
and thank
Love
you so
you.
much for bringing
Bringing
Trust
such a
and Will
great,
to
great, great,
QVC. This is such an important product to have in your home.